Kelly Ripa of Live expressed her annoyance after husband and co-host Mark Consuelos questioned her about her work on Monday's broadcast. Mark was informed about the Tuesday weather forecast for New York and felt compelled to clarify the married couple's work itinerary on Live. Live is broadcast from New York City and is filmed there. Mark, 52, told Kelly, 53, and the audience at the start of the show that it was going to snow in New York City tomorrow. The former Riverdale star disclosed that 1 or 2 inches of snow would be falling on the never-sleeping metropolis. Mark asked producer Michael Gelman, who was off camera, if he and Kelly had taken a day off from work due to the snow after reading the weather forecast. "Are you serious?" Kelly answered in an irritated manner. She continued by walking him through what occurs when they are forced to host in the snow. "We're going to walk through Central Park in the snow and find an empty studio. No one will be present," Kelly informed Mark. Disgruntled producers, interns, and various people found in the studio's building will be the live audience for the day, according to the Livewire author. Kelly gets a little snippy when she's around Mark. During a live broadcast that aired in October 2023, Kelly and Mark got into a heated argument about who is a better driver. Kelly had recommended that they have an RV so they could travel after Mark shared a story about the two of them driving. "To be honest, could you or would you drive it?" Mark questioned her. "Would you be willing to support one?" Kelly gave a minute of uncertain looks before responding. She answered, "I would learn how to drive an RV." She went on, "My dad, let me remind you, was a bus driver for New Jersey Transit for 30 years, so I believe." That was when her spouse decided to dispute loudly. Mark retorted, "My dad, worked for the Defense Department," as the couple started shouting over one another more loudly. "And you were in the military." Kelly shot back at Mark, taking a jab at him as well. The two grew more and more irate. "What your dad and my dad did has nothing to do with you being able to drive." Over Kelly, Mark yelled. Even though they were arguing loudly, the two had smiles on their faces and were laughing as they stared at the camera. Kelly mentioned that she learned to drive in one of her dad's vehicles. That response didn't sit well with her co-host. "Dear, you're not the greatest driver. You're good at a lot of things, but you're not a good driver either," Mark remarked. When Kelly inquired about the number of infractions he had, the response was that Mark had more issues since he drove more. She mentioned that Mark had lately ripped off the whole half of their garage door. Mark said, "Lightning's gonna come down," in response to Kelly calling him out. Kelly addressed the cheering and hollering crowd, saying, "I want you to know that he's completely lying in front of you before you applaud him. Everyone is being duped. Ripped off our garage door's entire side," she said again. "Furthermore, you failed to stop when you pulled in. You seem to be thinking." "Agree to disagree," Mark murmured. "Make disappears." He is not telling the truth. 2 mic drops. Kelly shot back for a final dig.